Why is it that the most unhinged men in K-dramas always look the absolute finest on our screen? Today we are ranking 10 character red flags who gave us total nightmares, but we still couldn't resist them. Let's dive in. Number 10 is Kang, and his character in Nevertheless is a total nightmare for your feelings. He plays the ultimate player who flirts with you, acts super sweet, but completely refuses to give you a real relationship. The worst part about him is how he plays mind games. He leaves the girl confused for weeks, but the exact second another guy tries to date her, he suddenly runs right back to claim his territory. But let's be totally honest. The reason we can't look away is because his face card is just a total cheat code. He looks at her with these deep, heavy eyes that make you completely forget he is a walking red flag, driving the entire feed crazy because he just looks too fine to ignore. Next up at number 9 is Kim Woo-bin, and his classic role in the Heirs is a massive trip down memory lane for a lot of fans. He plays the ultimate aggressive school bully who literally spends the first half of the drama making the female lead's life an absolute misery. He constantly corners her, kicks her chair, and even trips her in the school cafeteria just to mess with her head. It is a completely childish, unhinged way of dealing with his feelings because he actively acts like a menace just to force her to look at him. But the real trap is that he radiates this incredibly heavy, dark alpha presence on screen. He carries this raw, commanding bad boy energy that completely takes over the entire room, making his frustrating behavior look way too attractive to ignore. Stepping into number 8 is Joong-ki, and his performance in the classic melodrama The Innocent Man is a total shock to your system. He plays this incredibly cold, bitter guy who uses romance as a literal weapon for absolute revenge. The massive red flag about him is how he intentionally targets an innocent woman, makes her fall hopelessly in love with him, and uses her pure trust just to destroy her family and hurt his ex-girlfriend. He treats her heart like a total chess piece, acting completely calculated while leading her into a massive emotional trap. His deep, silent revenge energy carries this heavy, magnetic mystery vibe that completely pulls you into his trap. He makes that dark, calculated manipulation look so sharp on screen that you find yourself totally hooked on his character, even though his actions are completely heartless. Number 7 is Yeon-seok, and his character in the thriller When the Phone Rings is the absolute definition of a chilling red flag. He plays this brutally detached political husband who treats his marriage like a corporate business transaction. The most heartless part about him is how he handles a literal kidnapping phone call, calmly telling the criminal to call back when his wife is a dead corpse because he thinks the ransom demand is a prank. But the real problem is that his heavy, intense boss energy is just entirely too fine. He turns absolute emotional neglect into this deeply attractive, dangerous power trip, leaving the entire comments section totally trapped by his vibe even though he acts like an actual monster to his wife. Next up at number 6, we have Do Hwan, and his character in Tempted is completely a hazard for your peace of mind. He acts like this super smooth, attentive boyfriend to your face, but he is secretly treating the female lead's heart like a total joke behind closed doors. He leads her on completely, making her feel so special, while he is actually just playing a cruel game with her for his own amusement. Honestly though, nobody has any right to look that good while being a total menace. He makes being a heartless player look way too attractive, and that's exactly why the entire fandom stays completely obsessed with him anyway. Taking the number 5 spot is Ha-joon, who completely mastered the art of playing a shady, money-obsessed mastermind in Little Women. The real red flag about him is how he plays massive, cruel mind games with the female lead's feelings. He gets incredibly close to her, acts like her ultimate protector, and makes her depend on him completely, but he keeps his real motives totally secret. He leaves her completely stressed out and emotionally stranded because you can never tell if he actually cares about her or if he is just manipulating her to steal a stash of 70 billion won. Yet, the way he casually slides into her space with that deep, unbothered smirk makes his dangerous, shady vibe look way too smooth, completely trapping your feed because his mysterious energy is just incredibly addictive. Number 4 is In-guk, and let's be completely honest, nobody makes a dangerous man look more seductive than him, and his character in The Smile Has Left Your Eyes is a total masterclass in dark charisma. At first, you are completely hypnotized by those intense, cat-like eyes and that effortless bad boy mystery. But the actual red flag here is how heavily he plays with human emotions. He is a total puppet master who uses psychological mind games to make the girl dependent on him, while secretly hiding a dark, chaotic past. He completely messes with her sanity, pulling her away from her family and isolating her just to prove he can. It is a deeply manipulative behavior pattern that proves his magnetic charm is literally the ultimate trap for your feelings. Yeon-seok completely claims the number 3 spot, and his scandalous character in Squid Game will make you want to throw your hands up in pure frustration. He plays this former crypto YouTuber who basically ruins his followers and then completely ghosts his pregnant girlfriend. The absolute nightmare behavior is how he shows zero remorse, showing up inside the deadly arena and acting like a total stranger when he comes face to face with her. He is a cold, selfish guy who values his own survival over everyone else. But the truly crazy part is how his innocent, polite face completely masks that heartless behavior. He turns a pathetic runaway partner into this deeply gripping, intense presence, making you completely hooked on his scenes even though his morals are completely down the drain.
Number 2 belongs to Park Hae-jin, and his role in Cheese in the Trap will make you question your entire taste in men. He plays this wealthy, perfect college senior who looks like an absolute gentleman to your face, but he is secretly a master at silent, psychological mind games. The scariest part about him is how he subtly manipulates situations behind your back to ruin the people he dislikes, all while making you feel completely crazy for doubting his intentions. He never raises his voice or acts aggressive, but he twists reality so smoothly that you end up feeling completely isolated and dependent on his approval. It is a deeply unsettling, gaslighting pattern that completely messes with your head because his calm, sophisticated vibe makes his hidden cruelty look way too attractive to walk away from. Finally taking our number 1 crown is Kim Jae-wook, who gave us the absolute blueprint for a nightmare manager in Crazy Love. He plays this unbelievably arrogant, self-obsessed CEO who basically treats his secretary like actual trash. The worst part about his behavior is how he throws massive, shouting tantrums over the tiniest mistakes, forcing everyone around him to walk on absolute eggshells just to survive his daily mood swings. He is completely heartless, selfish, and has zero human empathy for his staff. Yet, there is this incredibly sharp, high-end masculine elegance to his presence that you just cannot fight. He carries this raw, magnetic boss energy that turns a completely infuriating, screaming menace into pure eye candy, closing out our list because he makes being an absolute terror look way too premium. Seeing how easily these unhinged characters completely blindside us makes me seriously question our collective taste in men.
If you want to join our little gossip family, smash that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.